Hello everybody and welcome back to part 15 of What If Peter Parker, also known as Spider-Man, was in the My Hero Academia universe. If you haven't seen the previous parts, there will be a link in the description below and the annotation above. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, and if you enjoy the video, please leave a like. Where we left off, Peter had just called Tony Stark to us for a workplace for school, in case he's allowed to do one. The phone rings, then again, and then again. Peter's about to hang up, but just as he's about to do that, he hears on the other line Tony Stark say, "Oh, Mr. Parker." Peter puts the phone back to his ear as fast as he can and says, "Mr. Stark, hello." Tony says, "Congratulations on your temporary hero license. Must have been hard." Peter says, "It was." Tony then asks, "So what can I do for you, Mr. Parker?" Peter answers, "Well, we may have the possibility of doing workplace studies, and I wanted to ask." Tony cuts him off saying, "You wanted to ask if you could do workplace study in the Avengers, am I right?" Peter answers yes. Tony continues, "Sadly, Mr. Parker, since the Avengers are an international hero agency, I doubt a hero school, much less UA, would let you do the hero workplace here. And we can't really spend time and resources accommodating you to our structure if you want to work here, I would either be for a short while, like an internship for a week or so, or after you finish school. If you want, I could get in contact with some of heroes in Japan, maybe." Peter answers, "I would rather save that for a last resort. Thanks a lot, Mr. Stark, for everything." Tony tells Peter, "Don't mention it, kid. You got great things in your future." "I know, I can see these things. Have a nice day." Tony hangs up. Peter is in this case a bit bummed out and thinks he might be able to ask another one of the people who offered him for an internship. At the same time, in another location, a villain, following twice, goes into a warehouse to meet with the infamous League of Villains. He asks them about their ambitions and plans. He finds himself a bit stunned that they don't have any. He even says both the day and the night have lost their rulers, referencing the end of All Might in All for One. This man offers that they work under him so he can show them the ropes of the underground. This enrages Magnum, and he attacks this villain, this shady character called Overhaul. The moment he touches the villain Overhaul, he's just turned to nothingness at a touch. This enrages many of the members of the League of Villains. Compress tries to neutralize Overhaul by using his quirk, but is shot with a special bullet and his quirk doesn't activate when he touches, so Overhaul destroys his arm. All of the members of the League of Villains get ready to attack, and Shigaraki goes to kill Overhaul, but is blocked, killing one of Overhaul's minions instead. As all of Overhaul's minions come in the room, some more people than in the main continuity, I'm going to add, Venom just stands there, looking menacingly, prepared to attack at any moment. Overhaul says that they should call it even. Each of them lost one soldier tonight. He will give them some time to cool off, and after that he will return to discuss business. The next day, back at UA, Aizawa tells the class that after the meeting that they just had, it has been decided that they will be allowed to do work experience as long as the hero agencies have a good track record. He says some faculty members say that there are those who believe that the dorm system was implemented. This goes against the system, since the system was to protect you, and this kind of places you in a point where we can't protect you. Yet there were those who believe that if we protect you too much, you won't grow to be good heroes. After this, Midoriya goes to ask All Might to introduce him to Night Eye so he can ask for a work study. All Might says no, for two reasons. One, I was part of those of the faculty who advised against you students doing work studies, to which Midnight and 13 comment in the background. Two, I think that you should focus on your current skills, like your shoot style. Cemento comments at this, saying that the kid is actually doing very well in that regard. And then All Might says, and 3, we kind of had a falling out. Mike shouts at this, letting your feelings get in the way, huh, All Might? Midoriya tells All Might why he's looking for a work study, so he is then told to ask Mirio about it since Mirio works for Night Eye. Peter spends the day looking for Midoriya to talk to him. When he finds Midoriya after Mirio and Midoriya and All Might have their little conversation about Midoriya's workplace study, Peter approaches them, and as he's about to talk to Midoriya because he has something very important to say, he is intercepted by Mirio. Mirio says, the Spider Kid. Peter corrects him, saying Spiderman, actually. Mirio says, my bad. Anyway, I actually wanted to talk to you. Do you have a workplace study yet, or do you want one? Peter, trying to look over Mirio's shoulders, like looking for Midoriya, says, yes, I do want one, and no, I don't have one at the moment. Mirio then asks, would you like me to get you an interview in the agency I work for? I think Sir would enjoy meeting you. Peter looks at Mirio with a smile, thinking, wow, working at the place that made him become so powerful would really help me out. Peter says, I would love to. Thank you very much, Mirio, for the great opportunity, and bows to say thanks. Mirio says, don't mention it. Midoriya's coming too, so both of you come see me tomorrow morning. See you later. Peter then goes to Aizawa and asks for permission to use a gym and Midoriya in his super suits in a sparring match this afternoon. Aizawa says, I will allow it as long as you are supervised by your teacher. Peter asks if it can be All Might, and Aizawa says, yes, there should be no problem with that. A bit later, Peter finally finds Midoriya in his room studying. Peter puts Midoriya's case on the floor and says, me, 10 minutes, training room Delta, sparring match. Midoriya, Midoriya just nods. Midoriya goes there and puts on his suit in the changing area, and then goes in the gym. Midoriya is surprised to see All Might there. Peter comes behind him wearing his suit in full gear. He takes off the mask so Midoriya can see his face and says, I know your secret, Midoriya. I hope you all enjoyed. Please make sure to leave a like, subscribe, make sure to leave suggestions for whatever you want in the comments. Since this is a YouTube channel, I kind of have to listen to you guys. And yeah, till next time. Have a nice day, everyone.